Good morning. It is another lovely day here in Purbeck Valley, and we have got a big day ahead of us. We worked out in the last video that we could make quite a bit of money out of silage bales, so we are going to create some more of those. We've got 2 fields of grass ready to cut again, but we are going to do some serious investing today. We're going to go and get some more money from the bank. We're going to invest in a second tractor so we can work at double the speed. We're going to take grass off land, we're going to buy new land, and then we're going to sow our first crops. Now, we can't afford to buy new machinery. We don't want the loan to be too big, so we are going to lease some machinery, get as much done as possible, probably keep hold of that machinery, and try and balance it out by selling the crops and the bales that we do make. So let's jump into it. So first things first, our new tractor. I think we'll probably stay with a small tractor. We were looking at drills, so really we need a seeder. This one, 110 horsepower required. This one needs 180 horsepower, so we're going to need a big tractor if we want that. This one does the same thing. This is quite nice because it drills and seeds at the same time. Beg your pardon, drills and fertilises at the same time. Both of these do actually, so there's something good in that about not overdoing it with the amount of work we need to do. We need to be as quick as we can. But 180 horsepower is quite a lot of power. I mean, we're looking at a medium tractor for that, so something like, the bigger fence, the 6Rs, a big tractor, the bigger class tractor, 184. So really we're looking at a leasing cost per day of nearly £2,000. That's quite a lot of money. That's 205 horsepower, that one. So what we might do, we've got to play sensible here, so we are going to probably go for this one. It's a little bit wider. It just doesn't have the capacity. It's only got a 1500 litre capacity. So we will need to invest in the drill, and we'll need to invest in some fertiliser, some seed. We've got a trailer down at the shop already. So what we need to do is head down to the shop with our tractor and invest in our other tractor. So let's head to the shop just now. Go and invest in our second machine. Okay, so here we are. We're at the shop. Now, what I think I'm going to do is get rid of, because I don't think we're going to need it again, is the tedder. Now we can sell the tedder. That will give us £8,000 straight away, so that's pretty handy. In fact, no, I was going to sell the windrow and get a bigger one, but I'm actually just going to leave it for now. 4.6 metres is pretty good. Let's just check. This is our seeder, and I don't need to cultivate or plough before it. Not ideal, I'd probably like to do that, but to be honest, at the moment this is about speeding, getting crops in the ground and getting some money in the bank. I think as we get a bit more cash in the bank, we can take a bit more time, plough the field. And the other thing with this, it takes dry fertiliser as well, so we can fertilise and sow the field at the same time. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to have to lease it. Can't afford to buy it, so we'll say yes to that. It's 108 horsepower required, so we're going to need a slightly smaller tractor. I'd spotted this Fendt has 115. It's only 76,000. If I go up to here, 75,000, but it's only 90 horsepower for that class. So really, our best option is this little Fendt. 760 a day, it's relatively cheap, so we'll lease that as well. No extras. Can't really afford extras. Still leaves us with 51k in the bank. Gonna get some big bags of seed. Let me buy a couple of them. Gonna bite the bullet and buy 3 of them, because to be honest, something we're always gonna need. And I'm gonna buy 3 solid fertilizer bags as well. So that's pretty punchy in its own right, but there they are. So a new little fent. Let's jump into that. Get it hooked up. To our drill. We are going to fill our little sower. There we go. Seed first. If we move over to our big bag, open next cover. There we go. And we put our fertilizer in. That's in. Okay. Let's close that cover. This guy is ready to go. Pop over to our little Fiat. We're going to use this trailer to ship our excess seed and fertilizer back to the farm. Okay, we have quite a messy load in there. I managed to spill some of that as I was putting in. I'm going to tell you how I put it in, but I can't afford to load it, let's put it that way. Now I am going to cheat here just again for speed, because I want to get back to the farm and I don't really want to do 2 trips. So I'm popping follow me on, which should just mean we can get both vehicles back to the farm as quickly as possible. Unfortunately this Fiat only goes 15 miles an hour, so this is going to take a bit of time. So we will see you back at the farm. Okay, we are back at the farm. Let's just, for the time being, deposit this here. We will just turn follow me off. There we go. First things first, we need to mow one of these fields. Actually, I've managed to park my bales in the middle of right in the middle of where we want to park this trailer, so I am going to just tuck this in this hedgerow here. Classic British farming, just dumb stuff. I'm going to swing him around to here. Get our new tractor and drill. Just trying to think the best place to put this. Again, it might be just a case of chucking it where we can find a gap at the moment. In fact, I'm just going to pop it in here. For that very same reason, we don't need it just yet because we've got to clear the field of grass first. So let's just drop that there. I'm going to put the new fence straight onto mowing duty, because it's got a pretty decent top speed of 32 miles an hour. There's no question we'll be using this for our haulage tractor after seeing that Fiat chugging along at 15 miles an hour. But first things first, we are going for a big buy here. We are going to spend some money, and I have earmarked these 3 fields: 137, 8, 20 When you're looking at the other ones around them, they're quite expensive. They're nearly 600,000, 153, but it's on the hill. I want to avoid the hills, I'm not going to lie to you. 149 for those small ones. This looks like not a bad piece of real estate. So I am going to purchase this. I'm going to get another loan for exactly that amount. I'm not going to spend more than I need to, or take more money out than I need to. We've got a float of about 40 grand in the bank, so that shall cover us for a couple of days of these leased vehicles, our loan amount, things like that. But it should give us enough time to get the crops in the ground, sell a few more bales. We can make about 20 grand selling silage bales. Again, we know we made about 20 grand off these 2 fields, so with these 3 extra fields we could be making a decent bit of cash. But we need to get them mowed, we need to get them baled, we need to get those sold, and then we need to get some seed in the ground and plant some crop. And I'll be brutally honest, we'll probably go with oats, purely because you get more yields, more money from it, and we can also sell the bales. So canola is the other option, but no straw with that, so I think what we'll do is go for oats. Okay, we've had to take out 140,000. Couldn't do 137. But there we go, we now have a pretty substantial loan of 260,000, so we need to get some work done, and we need to get some work done fast. So these fields down here are going to be my arable fields, so I'm going to get them cut, baled, and get some seed in the ground as soon as I can. And it'll actually be the far field we'll do first, it's the biggest. This one on the left here we may just keep as a grass field, it's relatively small. But these 2 on the right, which we own, we will definitely put crop in. Before I start, I'm actually going to get the second tractor with the windrower in, and I'm going to run him with a helper, again just for speed. If you can be following behind the mower and getting it into row straight away, that's going to speed things up as well. So obviously can't start him straight away, but have him in position, ready to go. That's going to make a big difference. Shut the gate. I'm going to do a couple of laps. Right, I'm going to take a little break from windrowing there, and we are going to, again, from an efficiency perspective, we are going to ditch the mower into the next field. I want to get this field cleared as quickly as I can. We want to get this baled, and we want to get some crop in here as quickly as we can. So what we need to do is clear it. I'm almost tempted to set the baler off while the windrow is going, although I can't do that. I do not trust the helper. So let's just maneuver this. These are kind of tight lanes, so it's not the easiest job in the world. I'll just ditch the mower here. Turning circle on this fence is not the best, but it'll do. It's fast. That's one of the big benefits of it. It is fast. Grab the baler. But let's get this baler in this field, or at least waiting nearby, so that as soon as we've done our windrowing, I will actually set the Fiat to go mowing in this field here next to us, and we will start baling. Just pull him into this little area here out of harm's way. It's a massive dip. Okay, let's finish off this windrowing quickly and jump straight in with the baler. Okay, that's probably the best I can do. Let's get the baler in straight away. And we will move the Fiat up the other field, and I'm going to set that on course play to mow that second field. So, I'm not going to shut the gate, it doesn't look like it needs it. I managed to pull that first row away from the edge of the field quite a bit, so let's reverse up here. And before we set the baler off, we will set off the little Fiat. So we are losing a bit of cash on wages as well using helpers, but I think it's a decent trade-off for the speed of running two tractors at once. So on course play, we are doing some field work. Start at first waypoint, drive course, and it's off. Hopefully he manages to do his thing. Keep an eye on that from a distance. Let's fire up the baler. Get some baling done. We did almost have a full bale in here already, so well, I do think the crop out of here is going to be pretty big. Okay, that is that field done, and this absolute pig's ear of a field is what happens if you leave a helper to do it. So we'll need to go and tidy that up in a little while, but first things first, we are going to gather up some of these bales. I think you saw some of them rolling down the hill there in the time lapse, so we better go and find them. Waste not, want not, so we've got to make sure we bring them all in. But what we'll do at the moment is not ferry them. We'll dump them in the shed back at the farm, and we'll do a few combined trips later on in the day. But at the moment I think the priority is to get as many fields cut and mowed as we can. It felt like a pretty substantial number of bales off that field, which was great. So we can but hope that we've got some decent money out of this stuff. Put these in the corner of the shed on a full load. We want to be ferrying as many full loads as we can. And let's go and pick up some bales. Sorely tempted, once we've done these fields, to trade that mower back in, that baler back in. I think we've learnt our lesson here on Purbeck Valley, and anybody who's playing this game on Purbeck Valley in the future, I strongly advise buying a square bale mower. Because rounds are a pain. Way too many hills. There's a rogue one. Oops. Don't want to send him going any further unless I have to. There's another one. Hoping it was only 3. Let's grab the rest of this load. And another one after this. This is a really good good amount of bales though. Look at this. Well, they're only 4,000 litre bales, but that is that's fantastic. Again, I think I wish I'd bought a bigger bale trailer. Whoa! A lot of weight in that trailer. That got away from me there a bit. Okay, I think we'll call it a day there for this episode. Why don't you come back for the next episode? I think we'll look at getting some oats in the ground and continuing to work on our silage and sell some of these bales for a bit of capital. So thanks for watching, I appreciate you dropping by. If you want to support the channel, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.